at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive. We welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Cleveland Browns. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. Three tight ends are out there. And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. These two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, Week 8 to be exact. And it was the visiting Steelers who came away victorious, so they'll look to claim the season series with a win here in Pittsburgh. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They hand this off to Harris. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Off the play fake. Pickett. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Now Harris. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Operating from the gun. Pickett. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Chubb will get the call, running left. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. Watson now to throw. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. Shifts by him. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Pickett. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. Back to throw. Pickett. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. James Daniels, the guard, called for the penalty there. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Back to throw again. And going deep downfield for Boykin. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Brownsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Following the penalty, Chubb. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after one. Second down, here's Chubb again. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Chubb, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now on 2nd and 13, Watson, and that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Drops it off for Chubb. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
To throw on 2nd down, Pickett. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Before that last pass, 2 interceptions had already been thrown. And this last one tipped in the air, which means everyone on defense is almost fighting each other in order to get to the football to try and make it a third. Once you've thrown a couple, it's almost like a swarm of bees going after the ball. In this case, they weren't able to get there before it fell to the ground.
So
a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's a second down. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 50 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On 1st and 10, Pickett. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On second down, this is Harris. Dropped at the 35, so able to display his strength, but not much room to operate. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. That's swung out wide to Harris. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 15-yard line.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. And came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On second down now, it's Harris fighting him off, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Well now to kick it away after the touchdown. From his end zone, it's Demetric Felton. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Now, this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Watson on first down. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder. And I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this.
And it is cold.
And it is cold. It's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. First down. It's Harris. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Pickett. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Pickett. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Harris. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Up by Denzel Ward. A big seam, and he might go all the way. 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. So they had a good drive going, a chance to build on this first half lead, but now you kind of feel like we got a new ball game.
And you wonder what the discussion will be now at halftime, because I think we were headed towards one. Now it's a different discussion altogether. One side optimistically, the other side wondering what could have been.
Point after here coming up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining. Throwing after the interception. Pickett escaping the pressure right. Here's Johnson with a reception. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times, and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing the colleges deliver to the NFL.
final shot before break. Pickett. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tied game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
2nd and 10. Here's Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Well, the terrible towels here at Heinz Field out in full force. Here's 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And it's fielded at the 34. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. On 2nd down, it's Harris, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Flushed out right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll get this pretty close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 23. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. Watson. A giant hole up the middle, and they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Chubb. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Chubb again. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now Watson on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. His kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
To throw on 3rd down. Pickett. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
And that's one of those where it feels like backyard football in a sense. You say, forget about the route. Just run to the open spot in the middle of the field, and I'll find you. Good throw, good concentration on the catch, and they pick up the ball.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Back to throw. Pickett. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. Now the try here for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. To return, it's Cam Sutton. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. Harris, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. They run with Harris. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 110 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Harris pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Steelers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point put through by Boswell. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here comes Felton to bring it out of the end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A give. This is Chubb. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. And, Charles, for this defense, they're a confident bunch. Some may say maybe too confident at times. How do you think that they approach a game like this when they're taking on a team that's lost 4 straight?
Well, if they're anything like their head coach, you know they're relying on that confidence. You and I both were sort of surprised at his weekly press conference when he was asked about this being a trap game. And he's almost boasting that he didn't see anything to worry about. That surprised both of us in a big way because we know that could be a dangerous tactic because I can guarantee you the guys on the other side, they heard that, and they're looking for anything to galvanize them.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And, Charles, this defense, you might say they're looking forward to a matchup like this. You like to get a team, I would imagine, when they're down. And this is a group that's lost 4 straight.
But their head coach made it very clear in his weekly media availability that everybody's a threat. We're not taking anyone lightly. He's making sure that we know that he's grinding his team this week because, let's face it, who wants to be the...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Pickett. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
A big play that time for Pittsburgh. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. They run the counter. Harris showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. They'll run again with Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead.
There it is, partner. You see it. 4 fingers. What does that mean?
Fingers. That signifies the fourth quarter's here.
That's right. Who's going to dominate? Usually both teams are holding them up. We own the fourth quarter, what we found out so far. 2 touchdowns here, and now they've taken the lead.
Second one putting them in front. You know what I see on the other sideline, though? It seems like they've tensed up, had that lead. They were playing not to lose it, and they've lost it.
That's a great observation. When you play not to lose, you usually don't win.
Now, though, they'll have the opportunity to respond. Here comes Felton to bring it out of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Cleveland. They had just lost the lead. That deficit sure didn't take long to erase. They return the ensuing kickoff for a touchdown.
Love the thunderbolt that just came out of that one. That puts them in the end zone and back in the lead. Your only question, your defense just gave up a score that put you behind. Well, that score you just added on the board will energize them, or do they have to go back out there and they're a tired unit? We'll soon see.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have as well as the understanding of where they are in the field?
They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. A big play there on the catch and run. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll run with Harris. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 138 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here comes Felton to bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Browns drive about to get started. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Watson's throw taken in by Cooper here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
It will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the 4th quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for the Steelers, they improve their mark to 12-4 with 1 game to go. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.